Hey, welcome back. We have a knife here and my favorite kind of unboxing video, the one where I can't remember what this one was. So let's get into it. Just recently stropped my 80-20.5 and man, really impressed with how quickly this Austin comes back with just a quick strop. Very nice results. Very nice results so far. Very stealthy. Don't know what this is still. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, now I know what this is. Very exciting. All right. I've been wanting to check this one out. This is the Grambeau Russ. Interesting. Little sort of authenticity there, and he throws in a tool for you, which is nice. Probably unnecessary in general, but nice. So this one's got a lot of hype. He's done some good knives, but I think this one has kind of hype on another level. I'm not 100% sure why. I certainly do like the way that this side of it over here looks. Man, if he had taken what he did on the so this is basically a embedded frame lock, or what's the term for it? It's almost 2 a.m. and I'm not able to pull up the word right now, but if he had taken the bolster from this side and put something similar on the other side, on the show side, I feel like that would have taken this to the next level. I do love the see-through pivots, which was very interesting to me. I like the size, looks very interesting. Like the deployment options. You'll almost never see me try front flip first in a video. Very rare. Ooh, very nice action there. But it just felt very natural for some reason on this knife. You can see right here, it's a numbered knife, which is really cool. Number 218. I love the Grambeau hardware. And wow, that is, what is that called? Integrated frame lock? Integrated frame lock? I don't know. Term's not coming to me right now. Oh, yeah, there we go. Really nice size on this thing too, and a nice hollow ground on it. I think he did these because the guy's based in Australia, and I think what he did here was he had Reate, whatever you want to call it, do the knife and then send it to him, and then he did the tuning, is what I'd heard, and then the distribution. And I've seen some videos of like knife reviewers, they get these with like mirror polish edges. I'd say this one's pretty darn close, but probably not quite. Nice on the lockup. It's a very nice feeling knife, and it's a really nice like full size to it. Good action. The action's crisp but soft. It's not quite as satisfying as some when it closes. It's kind of a dud actually when it closes. Yeah, it doesn't have the most satisfying closing sound. More satisfying on the opening sound. Let's see if you can roll it out nicely. Oh, that's really nice. I just said this in another video, but this is what I wanted a Chris Reeve knife to be like. Obviously, Chris Reeve's not going to be a front flipper, but the action on this is not super grippy, but the good thing is it's not as hard on your hand, but it is not like super grippy there. Pretty satisfying when it opens, not very satisfying when it closes. I did get this one used, but they had like just hit, so the person could have only had it for a week or something. I don't think it's messed with much. I think it's pretty much like new. It certainly looks like it hasn't been carried or anything. But I do love the size of this, the flexibility where you can put your hands on here. This is, you know, if you choke up on this thing, I don't think you're really supposed to choke up. I think that's more of a sharpening choil. Say you choke up to there though, you've still got a full inch on one side and like a good ½ inch on the palm side for me. You know, I got the skinny fingers, but say your fingers are bigger than mine, you are going to have a lot of room on this knife. This is a nice size knife. Yeah, I see why people are so excited about it. It really is just a nice, for what it costs, which is like a couple bucks under 300 shipped, I think was 285 or something. I don't know what people paid exactly. I actually almost bought it. I didn't do it. I regretted it and then found one on the secondary market. But for what people paid for it, man, it's a really, really sweet knife. An M390, a really nice hollow ground on it. This blade shape just feels like it could do anything. The choke up points are all there how you'd want them to be. That's a sweet full-size knife. So size comparison here real quick. Pull out a Hinderer. Let's do a beautiful Hinderer. Certainly one that reminds me a little bit of this. Now the Hinderer's got that extra level of drop shuttiness, but you know, this is a knife with this scale on it that's twice the price, but it's very similar in size, like almost a copy on size. But I like the deployment more on this. You know, it's got the thumb stud, no flipper. You can front flip it if you're cooler than me. Probably front flip it really well. And I really like this bolster as opposed to the frame lock. The frame lock is sweet, don't get me wrong, especially with this drop shuttiness, but you know, it took a while for me to learn how to even use my Hinderer. I feel like especially for someone that'd be a little newer to knives, this would be a really nice sort of first nice knife. I was just telling my buddy the other day, I'm kind of done with the $300 Chinese knife range. And maybe you kind of bucket this in there, but not quite, because it's kind of hybrid, sort of manufactured in China, but tuned in Australia or whatever. But man, this is definitely making the case again for being open-minded to that. Really nice milling out on the inside to lighten it up. I'd say it's probably 4.5 ounces if I had to guess. Not light. 4.5, 4.75. 4.75 is what I'll go with on this one. 4.72. So it's, you know, sizable knife. Definitely. Oof, that's a pretty sweet one. Love this look. I really, again, wish that look was on this side. I think that would make this knife just next level. But, you know, it's kind of understated as it is, and that might also appeal to a lot of people. Really like the thumb studs. My gosh, you can really screw up thumb studs, and these are like some of the best